Hey everyone, Arash Farahani here, back with another weekly episode. The market in Michigan has been pretty hot, with multiple properties ending up in multiple offer bidding wars. This is a good sign for sellers. Buyers are back. This week, we're looking at what's moving the real estate needle here, from the Federal Reserve to tariffs, to legal shockwaves that could reshape how homes are built, bought, and priced. All eyes are on the Fed's next meeting, set for September 17th, 2025. The key question: will they cut rates? Currently, markets are priced in high odds, a 75 to 87% chance of a quarter point cut. Fed Governor Christopher Waller is vocally in favor of a cut next month, and potentially more over the following 3 to 6 months, citing softening labor markets and stable inflation. New York Fed President John Williams reaffirmed the meeting remains live, so outcome still hinges on job and inflation data. At Jackson Hole, Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell hinted at easing policy, balancing rising inflation driven by tariffs against slower labor demand. He acknowledged, "We're in a tricky space. Some inflation is sticky, partly thanks to tariffs, but jobs risk are mounting." A rate cut could breathe life into markets here, lowering borrowing costs and renewed buyer confidence. But still, costs from tariffs, like lumber or steel, may keep upward pressure on construction and supply. In a major ruling, a federal appeals court found that most of Trump's sweeping Liberation Day tariffs imposed under emergency powers were illegal. The court said the president overstepped his authority. However, tariffs remain in place during the appeal process until at least mid-October. Even if some tariffs get overturned, key ones on steel, auto parts, and Canadian lumber remain. These are under a different statute. This means building costs aren't going down yet. In fact, smaller buildings and renovations are still feeling the squeeze. Tariffs on materials are increasing prices across the supply chain. In Ontario, Ontario's property transfer taxes and municipal budgets could face slower growth if construction slows. Same in Michigan, where property taxes often depend on transaction volume. So, here's the scene. A potential Fed rate cut is good for affordability, but tariffs are still pushing construction costs higher, and legal uncertainty lingers. If you're buying, selling, or building, strategy and timing will matter even more in the weeks ahead. Subscribe to stay ahead of these trends in Michigan and Ontario. Hit that bell so we can help you act with clarity, not luck.